stuff.
Is it cursed?
I consider it cursed.
Is it going to kill us?
Not unless someone touches it in the wrong way.
Details.
Don't use it.
More details.
What is it?
That's all you're getting.
What is it used for?
I say nothing.
Are you planning on keeping it?
To prevent others from taking it and using it, yes.
Are you planning on using it?
No.
You can't lie.
Yeah.
Yeah, but he's allowed
And
to be evasive.
At this point in time, my character does not plan to use it.
Serena just huffs at you and walks off.
So my character literally said to you, no, I don't plan to use it. I just don't want inappropriate people to have it and use it. Don't forget this. We got this out of the Tower of a Lich.
Yeah, this is like the whole genie lamp scenario again. Just huffs and walks off.
You got a bloody dragon scale robe out of a chest.
It's more of the point that she wants to know what the hand does for the sake of knowing what the hand does.
Oh, and
Because
Pete, you
it
are
is
right. I
rich in
misread that
parties.
section.
Okay.
I missed that small section. Thought that was only part of it.
No, all good.
I will work that out later.
Yep.
I've got a magic stick.
Ghibli was going to stick hand on end of the stick and point at people dramatically.
You couldn't lift the thing.
No, I think he's referring to the mummified hand.
All right.
On end of legitimate stick.
You'd be like King Julian with the short hand.
Yes.
Or Professor Farnsworth with the thing longer.
No, you know King Julian when he's talking and the skeleton hand's gesturing along with it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yes. So the chill spike went to Mikey and the robe went to Jess.
Yeah.
And we were discussing what we're going to do with the 5 grand diamond.
Ghibli, shiny.
It's a rock the size of your head.
It is a perfectly cut heart cut blue, sky blue diamond, the size of like both of your fists. Legitimately the size of a human heart.
I don't know what's wrong with your heart, but it's not the size of 2 fists.
Apparently that's how big it is. If you put both your fists together, knuckles together, that's roughly the size of a human heart.
I'm assuming we all got to see the mummified, like everything.
Yeah.
Okay.
This was all like gathered out, and then Pete has made like a 10-minute ritual over each item.
Yeah.
Ghibli has heart.
Yeah. That's up to you guys. I've got spells coming. Also, did we get the specific items we requested for out of the tower, James?
Which were what?
Hold on, I will go back and get them. Both Bailey and me wanted one of the moon scepters from the moon room.
Yes.
We basically took all the literature out of the tower and we're deciding on the way back whether or not we burn it.
Yeah.
James, Facebook, please.
Jess and Bailey both wanted to collect as much crystal dust from the moon room. And then me and Jess both wanted the random crystals throughout the tower.
So random crystals, the rods, the research, and what?
I wanted all the paperwork from the moon room.
Yeah, Jess wanted the moon room paperwork.
Bailey wants as much gem dust as possible from the moon room.
Yeah.
Ghibli also wanted the purple swirl book from the
I
undead
was
pile.
just
Yeah.
saying that for purple.
You can collect all of the gems. Most of them have no described monetary value, as they're not gemstones; they are crystal formations.
I
Yeah.
just wanted
Yes,
one from
I'm
each
actually
room.
going through the things you just asked about. Research from the moon room is a lot of research into various moon phases and how to harness lunar energies. The rest of the tower research, as you're going through it, what is understood, I will need intelligence or arcana checks from anybody reading it, only if they can read infernal.
Is it infernal or undercommon?
Undercommon, sorry.
So the only person who can read it is Haley.
And me if I cast comprehend languages.
Arcana or what?
Arcana or basic int.
Can you read undercommon though?
No, but I can read infernal.
No, it's undercommon. I got mistaken on which language it was in.
Oh,
I also have comprehend languages, so I can read it technically.
I'm still taking all the paperwork from the moon room.
Yeah, no. Moon room is most of that is written in common. That is all like lunar research.
Awesome.
17.
Not enough to decipher most of it.
With your time, you can't decipher a couple of the pages, some of the heavy formulas, but flicking through it, you're holding the How to Be a Lich 101 manuscript.
Yeah, kind of figured.
This is all the
Burn
research
the shit.
papers into how to become a lich, and you're guessing some of those heavier, detailed arcane circle formulas are the actual spells required.
Can we burn it now?
Yes. I will save anything dealing with like gathering magical energies from like nature and whatnot that I can decipher.
Yep.
As well as details about using them in conjunction with like the rods and crystals and whatnot that we have. Apart from that, anything else goes straight into the fire.
Straight into like a campfire.
I was gonna say, do I?
brass weapon.
What element does it do?
Yours is cold.
It is.
Yes.
Yes. It is.
I have chromatic orb. Can I just like chromatic orb it to death?
You can put it in the pile and cast chromatic orb at it, yeah?
Yeah, I want to do that. I want to make sure this shit's burnt.
Yep. So you fire off chromatic orb, roll your damage. It fires, it hits the paper, they scatter, they are completely unsinged. You watch as your fireball envelops out and then is seemingly sucked into one of the formulaic circles.
Ghibli proceeds to spend like the few moments running around catching all the pages.
Though I do specifically take that page which stuck in the chromatic orb.
Yep.
Take it to a church, get them to destroy it.
Yeah, that one goes into the bag of holding. The rest goes into a bundle. We need to destroy this. I look at everybody.
Ghibli
This
just hands
is-
it to the beetle. Beetle eats.
I hand a single sheet and say, try.
Ghibli
James,
just handed the stack off to the beetle.
is it the next morning?
No, you'll be traveling and probably getting close to evening. You try and feed it to the beetle? Beetle needs to make a con save.
Do-do.
No. Beetle bites down. There's a burst of black energy, and the beetle takes 23 necrotic damage.
Nah.
Ouch.
Is he
And
dead?
the small tear on the side of the page repairs itself.
Yeah, this shit needs to be purified by.
Can I divine smite it?
I give her one sheet and say, "There's a rock over there." Try.
Hang on, wait. James, first of all, Ibly, is the beetle still alive?
Beetle find it tough.
Okay, because we are traveling, I give it 10 points of lay on hands.
Boop.
What to the beetle?
Yes.
Okay, wasn't really needed.
Okay. I'm gonna put the piece of paper under a rock so it holds still.
Oh, I said like on a piece of rock so you can hit it while we're 30 foot back from it.
I'm going to walk at 15 feet from.
You don't have your third level spell slot
That's fine.
because you have not had a long rest yet.
Yeah, that's fine. I'm going to walk 15 feet from the party. I'm going to put it on a rock. I'm going to put another small rock on top of it. So it stays still.
Here's a question. Do you actually have any spell slots left?
I do.
Okay.
I had 2 left, remember? We had this discussion. I'm going to divine smite it.
Yep.
I'm going to divine smite undead.
Roll to hit. With damage.
Okay, so that's divine smite. Well, great axe, that one. Sorry.
Well, it's a page, so you hit it. Her swang, boom. You take 18 necrotic damage. And are thrown back 10 feet.
Does it look even slightly damaged?
It looks in better condition than when you put it there.
Whatever you do, don't hit it with radiant damage.
Shit. Can I do an Arcana check to try and determine?
I'll give you Arcana or Religion, being a paladin.
Oh, I'm gonna do religion.
Yeah. This is page from Make Lich. You're told this is bad. It's full of life draining, soul eating energies. Probably don't do that again.
So in other
Yeah.
words, I want to destroy it.
Yeah, you're like me. Kill the fucker.
It's research to how to become Lich. I'm pretty sure the standard party definition is, yeah, probably not.
I walk
You
over.
shush, mister, would probably jump at the chance.
Kind of would, actually.
I grab the piece of paper.
Yep.
I walk back over to Peter and I say, put it in a bag.
The rest of it's already in the bag.
We need to destroy this shit. We need to take it to a church now.
We need to take it to a big church.
Now.
I agree. Anyway, so was there anything special about the 2 rods in the moon room?
No. They are just made of some form of blue crystal.
Hey, James.
They seem perfectly mundane, as if they were almost just focusing rods.
Facebook.
Nah, I saw it. Unless you've sent me a second thing.
Do I get a response?
I'm getting to it.
Okay. I was asking. You hadn't told me that
Yeah, and
you've
I
seen
said,
it.
"Oh, I've seen it," and then other people started asking questions, and have I
Okay.
had a chance to sit down?
Sorry!
Um,
Don't you know?
James,
Yes.
how much of the blue crystal dust would we and Jess have gotten?
I'm gonna say 3 pounds.
3 pounds each or 3 pounds
3 pounds
total?
total of dust and like small parts. There wasn't a huge amount of it.
I'll take a pound, you can have 2. Don't know what you're going to need 2 pounds for, but no.
Okay.
Ghibli has smaller hands. That's logic.
Is there anything else? Or does the party continue on to town?
On to town.
You arrive back in town at about 6 o'clock at night. Seeing as you basically got into town, went to the gnome, went straight to the tower, fought through the tower, and then have come back. It's about 6:30. You are yet to have taken a long rest since the tower. So that is a thing.
That's an echo.
That's because I was facing towards Jess.
Yeah. Well, before we go back to the gnome, I kind of need a crash. Hard. Don't know about the rest of you. So, can I go to whatever inn we were staying at before?
Sure.
I just walk in, look at the barkeep, say, "Is the room still there?"
Yeah. It's still there. You guys
How much?
You guys had paid for the last night. It's still available. It will be 2 gold a room.
2 gold. Holy shit!
I thought it was a few days travel to and from the tower.
No, it was like a day, I believe. I believe it was like 8 hours or something. Because it was just outside of town.
That's an expensive bloody room, but I put down 2 gold and I just walk straight up and crash onto bed.
Yep.
Well, before that, I summoned my familiar to sleep on top of me and then crash into bed.
Yep. What's everyone else doing?
Because I'm on like 2 health.
Putting my mount to bed because it's hurt a lot.
Yep.
Resting. So is the gnome in this town?
Yes.
Okay, so I will probably go see him and say we've completed the job. We are taking a night's rest, and we will brief you with everything tomorrow morning.
You open the door, you see like, cool. I see you. What time is it? He sort of steps out, looks at the sky. Ooh. That reminds
By the way, I make the point that I do not enter the house. I knock on the door and I wait for him to come to the door.
Yeah. He leans out. Oh, it's nighttime. Yes. Remember, dinner. Yes. Yes. I'll see you in whenever you show up next. Yes. And shuts the door, and you hear like footsteps go in 3 different directions. He seems slightly scatterbrained, as if that is not his default state.
Yeah.
So you all go back, everyone takes the long rest, you are now officially level 9.
Yay!
Yay!
We have all our spells back.
And then we will forward to morning.
Walking downstairs.
Yep.
Anybody else there?
How many? Oh, I get 2 level 3 slots, don't I?
Yes.
Okay.
I would assume roughly over the course of like an hour or so, everyone would come down for breakfast at some point or another.
Did anyone go see the gnome last night? I kind of passed out.
I walked down. Serena says, I told him we'd finished and that we would brief him today because we were going to have a rest. He said he will see us whenever we get there. He seemed very scattered.
From what I heard around town, that sounds normal for him.
I don't know, seemed more scattered than the first time we saw him.
Oh, James, quick question. When the tower disappeared, did we see if the statues out the front from the previous adventurers went with it, or if they stayed statues?
Or did it just
It
crumble?
floated up and went zoop and like vanished into itself. And no, it did not take any most of the statues near it.
They stayed statues. They didn't.
One is missing, and they are still statues.
Okay.
One was taken with it, which was the one closest to the tower.
Yeah. No worries.
Damn it! Point failed.
Considering what that thing was, I doubt the tower would have stayed anyway.
Oh no, something else.
Okay.
Okay. Is there a church?
Yes.
Is it a big church?
Moderate size. Like this isn't a super giant town.
Is it a church? What's the church to? Sorry. Is
We're
it
right between two lakes, so.
Church is to whatever the good nature god is. I forget.
I have no idea.
It's for one of the 6.
I don't know what my paladin. I don't know what one of my.
Technically, as a paladin, you don't have to be religious.
Okay, so basically, I look at Peter and say, "Let's go to the church first."
Good idea. See if they've got a holy man strong enough to erase this evil.
Not a problem, Bailey.
I look at the others, like whoever else is awake, and say, we're going to the church. You can join us if you want. And then when we are done, we will meet you back here to all go to the gnome together.
Yep.
Ibley is specifically not there.
Okay. Did Ibley tell the party where he was going before he left?
No, Ibley was up early before any of the party and is out.
Okay.
So you can't find him or the beetle anywhere.
Okay. Fair enough.
Does anyone go with them to the church?
I said I did.
Fair enough.
Mikey?
No, church isn't for me.
Okay.
As the 3 of them travel onto the church, because Kudro stays behind as well as Lubash and Elena. As you walk up to the church, do you walk straight in?
Is there a door to knock on?
There is a door.
I knock on the door.
After a few seconds, a priest opens the door. Ah, welcome, my child. How can we assist you? It's a little early before service.
We have something we need destroyed and need help with.
We require the aid of the head priest.
Ah, come in. He's just in the back room. I shall fetch him. And he walks towards the back of the building.
I'm just standing watching them.
Yep. You like, Father Leopold, we have some visitors here for you. They need your help specifically. Yes, my child. Dunk, dunk, dunk. An older dwarf comes out, grey beard, mostly bald, walking with the aid of a staff. What can I do for? Come, up here to the altar.
I walk up to the altar.
Yep.
I bow my head as a sign of respect to him. I say, we cleared the tower that was outside of town. I'm assuming it was outside of town.
Yeah, it was.
Outside of town. We acquired.
Do you just want to cut to the point?
We acquired paperwork while we were there.
Pete, have you followed in?
Yes.
You are physically unable to enter the building.
We acquired paperwork while we were there.
Okay.
You go to step in and you hit an invisible wall as you try to step through the threshold.
Okay. So we acquired paperwork while we were there. The paperwork we need your help destroying. It was a lich's tower. It was a lich's tower, and we cannot destroy the paperwork. I believe, and I look at my friend who cannot enter, I believe that is why he cannot enter. He has the paperwork on him. Can you please help us destroy it?
I can take a look. If what you're talking about is, it may require some rights, but it should be within my ability.
I look and say I hit it with my smite, and it did the damage back to me.
Intriguing. I shall have to examine them. And he begins walking over to the door.
I follow him.
Is there anyone else around us?
It's just the currently 5 of you, and a couple of people walking around in the street that aren't paying you any mind.
Cool.
The 5 of us?
There is the young priest as well.
Oh, okay, yeah. As we're walking, I say to the elder priest, thank you for your assistance, whether or not you can destroy this, as we just want it gone. It is not something you want floating around.
Understandable, my child. This is a matter of the church, and a matter that must be dealt with post-haste. Clink, 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 clink.
I'm happy to report, though, we did destroy the lich, if that makes you feel any better.
Very good. Now, may I see the papers?
I reach into the bag and pull out sheets.
He takes them and then just proceeds to walk straight into the church.
Can Peter follow in now?
I don't move.
Oh.
I have something else that's keeping coming in, I'm pretty sure. But before the dwarf walks away, though, can I lean down and whisper something to him?
Certainly.
I'm standing right beside. Can I make
You
a
can
perception?
whisper. Raymond and Jess, you can make a perception check.
Actually, wait, hold on. Yes.
Peter said he has tongues to try and cheat this.
Well, no. I have a spell that can cheat it for me. hold on. Where's this? Does this? No. Yes, I will just lean down close beside him as I hold the papers and lean and say,
Hell Hydra.
Just whisper.
no.
Just actually whisper it to me on roll 20.
Yep.
And they can roll their perception checks, and if they roll high enough, I'll tell them what they hear.
Yep, no worries.
I'm gonna roll mine to you.
Certainly, if you want. Yep.
Is that no to me?
No, that no was to me beforehand.
No, that was earlier. Pete whispered me something, and I meant to whisper him back, but I forgot to write the whisper in. Raymond, are you going to try and listen into what Pete says?
No, I'm trying to keep an eye on the glitch stuff. So no.
I also
Fair.
wish to make the note that I was leaning, like that I was right next to the
Peter, can
priest.
you make a sleight of hand check for me?
Sleight of hand.
Yeah.
Ooh, not bad.
Yeah, you don't manage to make out what he says.
Damn. Anyway, I look at my friend and say, "Are you coming in?"
I will wait outside.
Understood. And the dwarf begins to just walk up to the altar. Clink, step, clink, step, clink,
I
step.
follow.
Business shuffle. Yes, the altar. He starts laying out the pages. Proceeds to pour holy water and oil all over them.
I offer to help and ask to help.
It should be fine, my child. And he begins casting a spell across the top of them. It takes about 10 minutes, but towards the end of the 10 minutes, there is a beam of light coalesce in the top of the room. And as it slowly descends, as soon as it touches the paper, there is an explosion. I need a dex save from everyone.
Even those of us outside?
Those inside, those outside, and a couple of pedestrians on the street. Anybody who can see him.
Nope. Nope.
If only I had advantage somehow.
Yeah, this is legitimately, can you see it? Yes, you make a dex save. The priest succeeds.
How much damage do I take?
The acolyte does not. Civilian 1 rolled a natural 1,
Oh,
and Civilian 2 rolled a 3.
So how
Something
dead
tells
am
me
I?
2 civilians just died from RP.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
And potentially an altar boy.
I don't think that's a potentially. This shit's big enough it blew up the temple and those around.
I'm probably dead.
Surprisingly not.
Oh.
I mean, if Jess dies, what hope does Peter have?
It was 8d12 damage.
That's not so bad. Of what type?
Necrotic. As the pages expel energy. Oh, and Peter, you take, on top of that, scrolling.
Is this because of the item I'm holding?
Nope.
Nope.
It's because James doesn't like you.
19 fire damage.
19 fire?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Why does he take?
As Peter sees, within the beam is his own chromatic orb come back at him. Oh, and Jess, you take
18.
another 18 radiant as your smite hits you.
Well, it was
I'm very
18. It was
No, now it's radiant.
I'm very glad I didn't do what I was going to help you guys.
yeah. Okay. Yeah. Fuck you, James.
The altar boy is no longer there. The two civilians are turned completely to stone in the street. And the pages are still on the altar.
So I'm good.
You take 27 damage.
Okay.
You take 27 necrotic damage.
I look at the
Were you knocked to 0, Raymond?
Hell no.
Then yeah, you're fine.
I look at the priest and say, "Ow."
That shouldn't have happened.
Now what do we do?
As he looks over and he sees his acolyte that's shielding their eyes and currently a statue.
I look at that and go, that's a problem. There was statues like that outside the tower that are still there. How do we solve that?
Not sure.
Now what do we do?
I'm not sure. That ritual should have destroyed them. Whatever is protecting these pages, I don't think it is normal protective wards.
Can you fix your friend?
I can try later. I will need to gather some oils. Allah, he needs to gather the material components for greater restoration. To attempt it.
I look at the priest and say, what about the statues outside of where the tower used to be?
You hear me calling? People outside turn to stone. What happened?
On that point, if I can resolve the issues here in town, I will work on the ones out where the tower
I
used
yelled
to be.
back, the papers didn't get destroyed. He thinks they're special and more protected than normal. We're stuffed.
Yep.
Serena looks and says, don't hit it with anything.
I kind of figured that when the sunstrike didn't work.
I got hit with my own smite back. I felt that. So don't hit it with anything.
Again, I noticed.
Maybe we should take it and go to a bigger church. Where's the next closest bigger church?
The next closest bigger church? Sham. All
That
the
is
way
the
across
biggest church.
Sham.
The biggest church.
Depends on your religion.
Currently Sham. That the players know of. Sham. Previous party members know of a bigger one.
I look at the priest and say, so now what?
Now you can take these and get out of my church while I get back to work. I can't do anything with these, and they're too dangerous to have here in case that happens again.
And look and say, I'm so sorry.
It's not your fault. I should have done this in the confined room.
I thought this would work.
So did I. That's why I did it.
Suggestions welcomed. Take to a bigger church.
Throw it in the volcano?
Where's an active volcano?
I don't know. You asked for suggestions. General rule of thumb: if it's bad thing, throw in volcano. Seems to work. Also, you could throw it in the volcano and we could be dealing with a lich fire giant in 2 months. I don't know.
Dad would be back.
Before I go, I do have one other question. I pack up all the paperwork and I put it in my bag. I describe the mummified hand and I ask, do you know what one of those things would do? We came across one of those.
Given what you've just presented here, it could be a number of things. It could be a trinket. It could be a foci. It could be a number of different enchanted items. It could be a phylactery. I don't know. Mummified hands are used in a number of things in necromancy. It could be another aspect of this ritual.
Are they so burn it? Burn it with fire?
If these papers are anything to do by, it may not be able to be destroyed by standard means.
Okay. Thank you. Sorry. So sorry once again. If you need help, please come find us. And I walk out with the paperwork in my bag.
I did say curses were interesting as we were walking away.
I was going to say, as Jess gets to the door, I just look at her and go, shall we put the papers where they cannot be taken by hand?
I look and say, I do not want to put them with that mummified hand.
It is your call, but loose papers. So, to the tavern or to the tower? The wizard's tower.
To the tavern to get our friends, then to the wizard's tower.
So be it.
James,
Mm-hmm.
even though I rolled terrible on that thing, what's the answer?
You managed to secure yourself a couple of rabbits and some mushrooms. Not much, as depending on how long you went, you didn't really make it too far outside of town. You basically went like hunting in some of the fields. You weren't exactly lucky.
So, James, that was the previous morning, obviously. That one I sent you.
Yeah.
I'm going to type a new one.
Uh-huh. You arrive back at the tavern. The rest of you see your friends walk in. Well, Mikey and the others. You see your friends walk in, looking worse for wear. They've been gone half an hour, and now they look like they've come out of a fight in the streets.
Very angry typing, Jess.
Yeah.
So, yes.
I didn't actually mean to hit enter, but
Happened anyway.
I was going to say, is Bailey back at the tavern?
yeah. I'd say he gets back just before you guys do.
Cool. Right. Well, shall we go talk to this wizard?
Sure.
So who is going to the tower?
Me.
Hey,
More aptly,
Yeah.
who is not going to the tower?
I'll go.
Everybody goes.
Everyone goes. So after about the 15-minute walk back to the very crooked, very exaggerated tower, you arrive at the front door again. Who knocks?
Ibly.
Okay.
Ibley knocks low on the door. The door just revolves vertically and sweeps Ibley into the house.
On the beetle?
Well, okay
On the
then.
beetle.
Oh, wow. Just shoot.
You knock just below the midpoint of the door, and it just whoop, just like sweeps in, just and shoves you into the house. And the door spins a few more times before stopping.
Sure thing.
Yeah, I'll get to it.
Okay, I look up and knock on the door.
You knock on the door. The same thing. This time it sweeps top-wise because you're taller and lifts you and drops you into the house.
I'm not all that tall, but okay.
Iblis 4 feet.
When on the beetle.
So Iblis 4 feet, but would roughly knock below the midpoint. You are adult size. You would knock above the midpoint on the door.
Do I know? I can't remember his name. I just call it, hey!
I knock as well.
The door revolves clockwise and sweeps you in.
Archibald, that's a very fancy door.
Why, thank you. It's my newest project.
Hey,
I pick up a stone off the street and knock on the door with the stone.
A trap
From a
door
distance.
opens and you fall out of the roof.
Curse has spoiled again.
Yeah, you're like,
Oh.
Door as well.
you're like,
'cause
I've
why
got
the heck
this.
not?
Throw the just trapdoor falls. A trapdoor opens in the roof and he just drops down next to you all. And Raymond, you said you knocked.
He did say he knocked.
How do you knock?
Hang on, is there a handle on the door?
Yes.
Try and open the door.
You try and open the door. As you open the door and step in through the door, you're not in the main foyer.
Okay.
You're in the toilet. You've stepped into the washroom.
I turn around and walk back out.
Well, as you step in, do you let go of the door handle?
I don't think I would, considering that's not an entrance hall.
Well, then you step out and you are back outside.
Quirky. Just knock on the door, normally.
You knock on the door and it just folds in half midways and then wraps around and shoves you in. At this point, you hear Archibald sort of come scooting, sliding, standing down the banister, and just skips off the end and stops in front of you. It's good to see you, my friends.
The tower vanished.
Door fun!
Dory is fun. Not surprised.
We destroyed the things and the tower.
I was going to say, do you have somewhere we can sit down and we can give you an actual rundown of what happened?
Certainly, come this way. And he opens what was the dining room door, but this time it swings open into an expansive library study.
Archibald,
Yes.
do you know how to return people from stone?
I may. Come, sit.
We have a problem.
I can imagine. I'm assuming there are petrified people. I'm assuming there are now petrified people in town, if you're asking.
Priest?
Let's just start at the start, shall we?
That would be for the best. I was observing your interactions, but as soon as you stepped into the tower, my scrying failed.
I just recount basically what I know of the tower, stopping halfway up.
I finished recounting it from there.
Yeah, interesting.
Ghibli excitedly adds words in here and there.
Interesting. Sounds like
I look and say, I then tell him we went to the church this morning.
Mm-hmm.
We tried to get the priest to destroy paperwork that you are not having because it needs to be destroyed.
What is on this paperwork? Maybe I can assist in destroying it.
No.
Few and far between, I agree with the Dragonborn.
And the priest tried to destroy it.
He just waves his hand in front of you, and I need both of you to make wisdom saving throws.
Fuck you!
18!
No!
He's trying to charm me.
Wait, no!
Charm me.
With Jess's +3, it's a 21.
It's not a charm effect, and you succeed with a 21. It is not a charm effect.
Zone of truth.
No.
Well, then I succeed too with a
I'm going to
double
suggest suggestion.
Nope, you all succeed, so you have no idea what the spell was.
I look at him.
Would I know with an Arcana check?
Sure, roll an Arcana check.
Can I do that too?
I'll just tell you because Pete rolled it. He tried to cast read thoughts.
I
I
just look at him and say
He
that
tried-
is not
He
appreciated.
tries to just read your minds and get the answer that way.
look
Yeah.
at him and say, not nice.
It's not nice to come into my house and keep secrets.
There are some secrets worth keeping. Now, on to the rest of the story.
The priest
Have you
tried
got-
to
have you-
destroy the paperwork, and 2 civilians outside the church, and the person next to him turned to stone.
Yep.
And
Have you got any ideas and suggestions on how to destroy these pages?
bigger church, volcano maybe?
I wouldn't chuck it in a volcano.
My plan was to suggest going to the capitals, checking in with some of the more prominent churches. And if that does not work, scatter the fucker. Encase it in stone and scatter the stones.
I mean, I can help facilitate the volcano, the scattering. I know of a few other places the pages could potentially be left.
Serena looks and says, I don't care what the others say. We are not leaving it. They need to be destroyed.
Give me a
I
moment.
tend to agree, but worst comes to worst, scatter so nobody can find.
Yep. Give me a moment. I just need to check something on my phone quickly.
Serena, oh wait. Oh, the one thing Serena does make the note to tell the Archibald of is that obviously the closest statue left with the tower.
I am back. So yes, I can potentially facilitate with the scattering of the pages.
As I said, we would rather go to a larger church than here in town
Do
first.
you have any ideas of where this larger church may be?
Sean should have one.
Ah, certainly. How are you planning on traveling to Shan? And how quickly do you want these papers disposed of?
I look at the others.
Serena looks and says, yesterday would have been nice, but as soon as possible.
Fair enough, and he's sort of just waves his hand and a table scoots across in front of him, and he spins an orb on top of the table. Promptly, you all hear
What the fuck is that?
and you look out the window.
James tried to do the TARDIS noise.
Yeah. And you look, and any of you that can look out the window behind you, You watch as the town in front of you fades away, and you land in the upper district of Shan.
I look at Archibald and say, "What the fuck?"
Pretty view.
This is my masterpiece. You need to go to Shan. These papers need to be destroyed. We are in Shan.
Wow.
Thank you.
As I said, I can facilitate you getting rid of these pages.
Did my mount come with us?
Is it in the house?
Trapdoor, so I assume Mount just fall through trapdoor with him.
Let's go with that.
I look and
No, the
say,
trapdoor opened on the mount.
I look and say, despite what the barkeep said, you are very intriguing. And maybe they just don't understand you.
Not many people do.
Also, I will say though, you seem in better condition than yesterday.
Yeah, right. It was yesterday you saw me.
You seemed very lost.
Yeah. Time is relative.
Okay, if I walk out, are you leaving?
I will.
Who?
I will stay for a while. I am in no rush to go anywhere. I own a few plots of land in a few towns. I stick to the countryside because it draws less attention.
Because if this does not work, we may need your help. I will be back. And at that point, she hops up and says, "Which way do I leave?"
That away, and he points in the exact opposite way you came into the room.
I walk out that way, and I start.
You walk out that way. As you open the door, it is immediately outside.
Okay.
The front door, though?
I make sure I have the paperwork.
Yep.
And I start marching towards the church.
You step out. As you look back, the once wonky building looks like a perfectly normal stonemason building.
Okay.
As if it has cloaked itself to match the architecture of the local area. Just for reference, Peter, I do have an archetype for this if you're interested.
Oh, I am very interested.
I start marching towards church. Do I know where the church is? Yes, I've been to Shan. So I'm
I was going to say, you can ask anyone and they will point you to the major churches.
I march towards the major church in Shan.
Yep.
I just look at Archibald and go, "Thank you for facilitating that." I was going to say, much of the tower was interesting, shall we say?
I can imagine.
Yes. Now I look to Bailey and Mikey's character and go, "Did you lot decide who's getting the reward?"
Which reward?
Did you forget? It's only been 24 hours or thereabout. Archibald agreed to have something enchanted for us. No, not make, have something enchanted for us.
Yeah, I did forget.
Really, Bailey?
Also, Jess, I'm going to tell you the thing you whispered me, you are limited to 25 words.
Oh, I didn't realize it was actually 20. Okay, how many words is that? That's probably too many, isn't it?
Yes.
Okay, well...
There you go, Peter. I Facebooked you the archetype.
Oh! Okay.
Okay,
I will say, from that archetype, I am taking a couple of liberties.
Yeah. I was going to say, it looks more like a house moving castle.
I'm going to retype it.
Yeah, you go read it.
James, I'm going to retype it then.
Yep. You know, it literally references the TARDIS as one of the inspirations. It is more Hal's thing, but like you can get some of the more abilities at higher levels.
Sweet.
Nice.
Yeah. So yeah, you walk on to the church. So again, like you were talking to Archibald.
Yes.
And you
I
were
basically turn to
discussing
the others and
who's getting
say,
enchanted.
who's getting the magic item done?
I don't really have anything that needs to be enchanted.
You've already got an enchanted thing now, anyway.
Unless you can enchant adamantine armor.
I mean, I can enchant an item of yours, a weapon, an armor, mundane item. Or if any of you are interested, I have an experiment I've been meaning to try that would enchant your person directly.
No.
Oh,
He turns to me, how much do you fear death?
1 second. I need to check something. I don't think I actually fear death, like at all.
Magic Man
Yes,
can make clothes fit.
easily.
Pulls
Yeah, I
out
d-
genie clothes.
He just picks them up, flicks them once or twice, pulls out a few tools, waves them, and they shrink down to size. There you go. So yes, Raymond?
yeah, I don't think my character would fear death at all.
Well, then my gift may not be for you.
I'd like to point out Ibli is now wearing
Frogan Hammer Pants!
I touch this.
He's wearing the genie's clothes that was killed earlier.
Except if it was Ibli, it would be no touch, please.
Oh.
No
Anyway,
touch, please.
um,
No touch, please. No touch pants. Yes, so he's just sort of looking.
Ibli's
So
suddenly feeling stylish.
I have these options of, yes, I can enchant an item, a weapon, armor, or yourself. But my gift of enchanting oneself is more best left to those who have at least some modicum fear of death and the finality of things.
23
What?
words exactly.
What does it do?
I fear death before restoring my family's name.
Then my gift may actually suit you. It would be a second chance of sorts.
Back in a minute.
of sorts.
Of sorts. Provided it works, of course.
What are you trying to do?
You are not filling me with confidence.
It's less trying to do, more I have not had a volunteer to test it yet.
Magic Man.
Details.
Imbuing a certain level of regenerative qualities within a person through instilling an unactivated version of the reincarnation spell that would trigger upon death.
Potential side effects.
It might
No.
just kill you and reincarnate you immediately.
Would it change my physical makeup?
It's a reincarnate spell.
I'm guessing you're unfamiliar with the reincarnate spell. Yes.
You can come back as a squirrel.
Less a squirrel, normally you come back as some humanoid of some fashion.
I'm
Ibli be
good.
different?
You're
Yes,
saying
yes.
a squirrel's not humanoid?
It would make Ibli different, my friend.
Ibli was spider earlier. Ibli could
Interesting.
be something new.
This would be potentially more permanent than that.
Ibli could live longer.
It would make you live longer, as this effect would trigger even upon death of natural causes.
This is where he gets turned into an Aarakocra and lives less.
Or would it reset his age?
I would say probably for this effect. He would probably roll randomly a dice determined based on his race from adulthood up.
Ibli people not live long. But Magic Man, Ibli have another question.
Yes, certainly.
What this do? Pulls out the Dryad leaf.
The Dryad leaf. He explains the effect to you. I figure what the magic item does. I know you know what it does. After looking it over for a second, he basically casts Identify on it. And then tells you what it does. I know out of character you're aware of what the effect is. I don't recall it off the top of my head.
Yep, cool. Thank you.
I'm sure if you have no interest in my rewards at the moment, that you may have other friends that may be interested in at another time. I.e., we can wait till next week and ask Trent and Haley.
Yeah, kind of.
That sounds fair.
Unless somebody wants to take him up on one of his offers now.
I kind of feel like Trent's got enough on his plate without,
Reincarnating.
Yeah, Trent goes, can I get another class?
That's entirely possible.
Ibli game, Ibli try it.
Ah, brilliant.
I was going to say,
your friends will have to stay here for the moment. But if you would like to follow me, and he walks over to the side, swipes his hand across the bookcase, pulls a seemingly random book, and the bookcase slides open to reveal a torch-lit room.
One question.
Yes.
Does he stop the beetle trying to come? Because Ibli's still on the beetle. Okay.
He does not stop the beetle.
Which way's out, by the way?
He just points to the right. That door over there will take you outside.
Yo, I'm going to buy a rapier because I have a battle axe and the rapier is better.
Fair. Oh, because your dex is higher.
Yeah, and I didn't know that at the time. And why do I already have a rapier?
Because you probably had it from starting gear.
Oh, never mind that. I ignore my question. I'll wait with you guys.
Ibli is taking Archibald up on his offer of reincarnation.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
He's being offered a potential second chance at life. It may instill a pending reincarnation spell that will trigger upon death.
Okay, well, I'm back.
Yeah, you are still traveling to the church. He guides you into the room and the doors slide shut. As the doors slide shut and the room is completely lit black, he snaps his fingers and torches light up the walls. In the middle of the room is a mirror. Gaze into the mirror.
James, could you please, quickly check how many long life milks we have left? Really quickly.
How many what?
Long life milks.
I will check. Back in a moment.
Oh, pardon me. Oh, this will be fun.
That total?
Looks like it.
Yes, so he asks you to gaze into the mirror.
Ibli, gazes into the mirror.
I need you to make a Constitution and a Wisdom saving throw.
Cool.
And I'm not there.
No one's there.
Ouch.
Huh. You feel your gaze being drawn into the mirror. The more you look into it, there is a swirling void inside there. Something seems to peer back at you from within, and you feel something take hold deep within you. And then you blank out for a second.
Now we go to Marble Race.
next thing you know, you're walking out of the room, back into the room with your friends. And we'll get back to that because it is over an hour later when you leave the room. Jess, heading to the church. You have the papers. You arrive at the same major nature god church. The same one that Cracker Kaboom walked in and went, I'm looking for the destroyer, and probably got chucked out of.
Well, that was a different campaign, and I don't know that.
Different campaign, different character, but yes.
Okay, so I knock on the door.
There is no door on this church. It's a giant archway to let the grace of the sea in.
Wait, weren't we in the upper levels of Sham?
Yes.
So she went down like 3 different layers to the bottom.
She asked for the biggest church.
Yeah.
Shan's a port city, so...
Shan is a port city.
I attempt to step in. Can I step in?
You can step in.
I walk up and say, may I please speak to the head priest?
Yes, that would be me. What is it that you want?
Long story short, I need paperwork destroyed if you think you could do it. I
can burn paper. Who can burn paper?
It's watered paper.
Again, it's not something for the church. It's something for a wizard. But I can try. Give it here. Hurry up. Move it. I'm a busy man. Yeah.
Is this the exact same church? Is this the exact same god as the last one?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
From the priest. So I basically tell him I went to a smaller church in whatever town we were just in, and
Zanra or Zandra.
When he tried to burn it, it turned people around into stone. It's from a leech's tower.
Ah, good
Dear
to know.
God, Jess just said that in the middle of an open church.
Ah, good to know. He taps his staff on the ground, and 3 paladins emerge. Please come with us to the prison beneath the church, please, for carrying unholy artifacts within the church grounds.
Yep. Okay. So
you were escorted down and put in a prison cell, and they confiscate all of your shit. All of it. You have mundane clothes. That is it. Everything else is taken and searched through, and they remove the paperwork. Oh, now this is interesting.
Can you please destroy it, and can I please be let out? I come here to get it destroyed. I need it destroyed.
We'll see. I have to verify the legitimacy of this. Also, you said a word that should not be said in the church. In front of the public, we have to make a sign of you.
We need it destroyed. I don't have time to mess around. Destroy the damn thing. But if you turn your people into stone, it's not my problem. The guy said it's got more powerful words than the last one.
He just sort of waddles up to the front of the cage and just jabs you in the forehead with his staff. Quiet! And waddles on down the hallway. Eternal life, life drain, unholy gods.
It was an. Can I yell out what type of lich it was? Ella lich.
He shuts himself in a back room, and you don't see him again for a good 10-15 minutes before the door flies down the hallway. And he stumbles out holding the paper. So that didn't work.
Can I be let out now?
Greg, you son of a bitch! You owed me 5 gold. I have to fucking fix him later. He'll owe me more money. Waddles down. Where the fuck did you get these?
Can I be let out?
No! You brought an unholy artifact into the church. I'm still trying to figure out if you're a heretic. And now because you brought it in, 2 of my best paladins are stone.
I told you that!
And Greg there is missing an arm.
I told you that, you stupid priest!
How was I supposed to know you were smart enough to actually know what you were talking about? You openly talked about a lich in my church.
Let me out.
Okay. And he jabs the wall, and the floor beneath you falls out, and you are dropped into the ocean. Here's a question: do you breathe underwater? Because you're currently in. Actually, you're not in your full plate, so
No. I swim
make a
back
dex
to shore.
save as all of your shit comes down after you.
Yeah, fuck you. Yeah, no,
How deep is that water, James?
fuck you.
Well, she's not that far over, so it's probably only about 25, 30 feet deep.
Can I grab all my stuff?
First things first, we roll an attack roll. Well, actually,
Yeah.
we roll damage. You have
Yeah.
a great axe, right?
I also have a mole.
It's not making the situation any better.
And a sort of full plate.
Oh
Oh, and
god!
I have javelins.
Oh god!
So,
Alright, and
how
15
dead am
daggers.
I 101?
Well,
How dead am I 101?
we're getting to that.
You're not gonna die from this, Jasper. It's gonna hurt.
Yeah, and this
But
priest is gonna cop shit.
Has she healed from the last damage she took?
It's been,
No.
no, probably not. How much health do you have left currently?
I have enough. Just roll the damage. Roll the damage. Going on the sheet. Roll the damage.
So you said you had a
A
great
great
axe
axe, a maul, and 5 javelins.
And full plate.
and
And I have the full plate.
66 damage.
Yeah, I'm still standing. I grab all my stuff.
That's a lot of ones.
I grab all my stuff.
You grew all of your stuff while trying to swim in the ocean.
Well, I grab my stuff. Yes, I realize this is ridiculous. I grab my stuff slowly out of the ocean. I then walk back to that freaking church.
As you arrive at the door,
God,
the old
yes.
man's at the altar. What do we do here? Huh?
Have you destroyed it yet?
No! Fuck off!
No.
That's a completely different voice because I've lost the voice I was doing for him.
Oh.
He's slowly going mad from the closeness to these pages.
Don't joke about that shit, Raymond. That is a
I
thing.
walk up.
I think it would be freaking awesome, okay?
I told you to go away. I
And
threw you in the
said
ocean.
no. I said no, I'm not leaving till I know whether or not you have destroyed this paperwork.
I am working on it.
I'm not leaving till it is destroyed.
He just looks back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. Just picks up the paperwork and just throws it at you.
That's fine. I take it.
If you're going to be impatient, I don't have time to deal with you.
I
Take
look
it
at
and leave. You've already killed 2 of my paladins and maimed another one. I would have them escort you out, but I don't think Greg can fucking do it at the moment.
I am so sorry that you didn't listen to me and believe me. I put it in a bag. I look at him and say, do you know where there is a bigger church that might be able to destroy this?
No, we're one of the biggest churches in the continent.
Do you have any suggestions on how to destroy it?
Go jump in a volcano.
Okay.
Now fuck off.
Fine. Have a nice fucking day. And I walk out.
Oh, this is hilarious.
Jess is single-handedly slowly fucking that church over as different characters. It's hilarious.
No, you've got to get it right. She's being fucked over by that church by different characters.
No, to be fair, she's now maimed a paladin and killed 3 of them.
I look and say,
I think they know how to do greater restoration.
good luck.
He just go, 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 go.
Call.
Mine.
By the way, as I leave, as I like exit the door, I turn and bow to pay respects to him and the threat, and then continue walking.
He looks at you, gives you the middle finger, and then you get hit with. Then you get hit with a What is it? The cleric cantrip.
Okay.
Yeah.
No, he tries to hit you. It just shines down on the square next to you. He rolled a 7.
I look at him and smile and say, "Nice try," and keep walking.
You're
I was gonna say-
banned. Don't come back. Stay the fuck out of my church.
Until the next incarnation.
Grumpy old bastard.
Getting too old for this shit. It's the last thing you hear. Jaw
I
cramps.
walk back to Archibald's house.
Ah.
I knock on the door.
Roll me an intelligence check to remember which house it is, because unlike previously, it doesn't stand out anymore.
Hey, yep.
Now it just blends in perfectly, and you don't know the high sector.
Yeah, nope, probably not.
With a 17, no, you remember which house it was.
I knock on the door.
Dunk, 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 dunk. The door swings open normally.
I walk in.
It's the standard greeting floor, and you probably arrive at the same time that Ibley is blank face walking out of the library, followed by the beetle. We're walking into the library.
I look and say, "Is he okay?"
Basically, as he steps through the threshold of the books in a snapshot, Ibley comes back to his own senses.
I look at Ibley and ask, "Are you okay?"
There's a blink for a moment and a shaking of the head followed by done already. Checks hands. Still here.
I look at Archibald and say, "Where's the closest volcano?"
Is Archibald there?
Archibald has walked out with Ibley.
I need a volcano. I'm done with this shit. I'm done with priests. I need a volcano.
The closest volcano, that would probably be Mountain Range to the northeast. On the border of the Mournlands.
Can we get there or not?
Certainly I can take you there.
I don't care if it's just me. I need a volcano. I'm done with this shit. I'm done with grumpy old priests.
He just sort of walks over, grabs the crystal orb off the middle of the table, starts spinning, starts rearranging some things around it, and you hear that same shunk 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 sound as the windows go black and then phase into a glowing orange. As he walks over and opens the door, and you are looking straight down into a volcano.
Okay, is there a safe way to step onto a ledge? I'm assuming.
For reference, you are like this. Doorway. The door is facing down. You are looking out, and it is as if you are standing on the wall. If you step out onto the porch, you will be outside of the building, and you are not. And you might be able to stay on the porch, but if gravity is the same outside there, you may plummet directly into a volcano.
We'll do
You
that.
do
Make sure
realize
I-
that those pages absorbed fire.
No, to be correct, they absorb spells.
I asked Archibald if his porch holds.
Don't step outside the door.
Okay, I look at all the others and say, I ask Archibald, "Can you protect the others? I'm going to try something that may backfire horribly. I only want it to backfire horribly."
If they step out of the way of the door, they should be fine. If it backfires too horribly, we'll all just fall into the volcano, so...
I was gonna say, shall we just launch them?
I dropped just a single piece of paper.
which flies upwards.
It takes an obnoxiously long time to Because it basically flitters and it only descends when it gets to like a 70-degree angle, and then it slips down and then flitters again and then
Yeah.
slips down. And it takes like a good 3 or 4 minutes to descend. It hits the lava and it seems to vanish beneath the surface.
Serena!
I mean, volcanoes have updrafts.
Well, that's why it took so long to fall.
Serena!
What?
Ibli have faster method.
Stay behind, out of the doorway, Iblis.
I turn to Archibald. Are you able to track an object once you've seen it once?
Within reason.
I hold out another piece of paper. Can you track this?
I mean, if it has spell-absorbing properties, I'm not 100% sure, but in theory, yes.
Can you try?
Certainly.
Why don't you tie something to it and track that item?
Because that item will probably be destroyed. If he's tracking the paper, we'll know if it's destroyed.
Serena!
What?
Ibli have plan.
No.
Now, we should probably listen to your friend.
What's your plan, Iblis?
Put it in backpack, then jump into river.
Tie to arrow, fire arrow.
Yeah, that might actually work. Or poke a hole through it, maybe. But I doubt that would work.
Now look at Archibald. Do you have an arrow?
Ibli just pulls out one.
I take the arrow, I tie it through the arrow. I say, can you track the arrow?
No, track the page. The arrow will definitely be destroyed.
Can you track the page?
More than likely.
How long is it going to take you to try and track the page?
I'm relatively familiar with the item, so I should be able to at least cast locate object on it. We're close enough to the surface of the lava that it would be identifiable if the object is still intact within the lava.
Okay, I'm going to throw it in the lava. Do you need to do anything before I throw it in the lava?
No. Your friend wants to do something, though.
What?
Pulls that bow. Faster.
You are proficient with bows.
Okay, I take the bow off Ibli and I shoot the arrow.
Swing. Plunk.
Volcano erupts.
Cast spell. It's still there.
Look, now you have to go and get it.
No. Now we go to plan D.
At this point, you're holding the rest of the paper, aren't you, Jess?
I'm holding the others.
You need to make a strength check,
Yeah.
as the rest of the paper seem pulled towards the 2 pages that have been thrown out of the building.
So what if they're still intact? They're in a volcano.
Strength check or strength save? Well, I suppose that's a strength check.
Add your save. Well, it would be athletics, actually. So, what are you proficient in athletics?
There you go.
I hope so with the 9.
Cool. You have an option currently. Your grip is strong enough to maintain hold on the paper, but you are slowly sliding towards the door.
Have I received a response from the thing that I sent?
Nah, because you sent it earlier. I will deal with that now.
I did send.
Yeah, I'm looking there.
Sorry. At this point, Serena looks at Archibald. Actually, I'll wait for the response from this. You fucking priest.
No. I said, next we're going to plan B. B for boulders.
Actually, Ibley has a really good spot where it could be hidden forever.
Why not just put it all in the volcano?
Because not being destroyed and somebody might find it and then turn into another freaking.
How are they going to find it in a volcano? Who's going swimming in a volcano?
Somebody that's
Think about what you're saying.
Think about the worst case. A 30-foot tall, giant, flaming, undying giant comes out.
Okay, we won't be here. It's on the edge of the moorlands.
I mean,
And also, why the fuck isn't this house on fire?
Same
Yes,
reason
why
it
is
was
it
in,
not on fire is your question, not the fact that it's floating in the air sideways and you're not falling out of it.
Well, he
Yeah,
did see us walk up a wall last time, so.
One thing at a time. There's a lot to unpack here.
Or the fact that the entire house teleported from town and into the mid-air above a volcano.
Yeah, I've come to terms with that.
There's your answer, Jess.
That's not.
You fucking with Jess's head again?
Do not throw bottles at me after last time.
Just
Your
put
character
all the
may just slip
pages
on their footing.
in the volcano. It's not going to be a
I'm going to
problem
say
in
right
our
now,
lifetime.
I need an action from you. You're on the doorstep. You're about to fall out.
Can I shut the door?
No. Do you let go? Do you hold on to them? Action. 10, 9, 8.
I'm holding on to them.
You fall out the door.
Yep, I'm into freaking volcano.
Whee!
That's fine.
Everyone, you have one action before she hits the volcano.
Okay, Ibley has handed a piece of vine to Archibald and just said, "Hold this."
Uh-huh.
Ibley's
I'm just-
skydiving.
Gonna go with a slow clap.
Okay.
Can I cast Featherfall on the both of them so they slow down?
Certainly.
Yes, give them time to witness
Can
it.
I try to dispel magic?
You don't have dispel magic.
Apparently, Raymond just cast telekinesis.
I'm just hand on face,
Uh-huh.
just.
No, Raymond, you're not close enough.
She just fell out of the door.
It's 60-foot range, and on that turn, she has fallen 60 feet out the door. You have to be at the door. So you can do it if you're at the door. But it also means to cast with both hands, you will not be able to hold on to the door frame, which means you may require a save yourself.
Probably should have just let it go. Oh well.
So do you still do it, Raymond?
I'm at the door, so
Yeah.
Do 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 do.
Can I do an Arcana check on these papers while I'm?
I'm gonna say that requires focus, and right now you're like, I am falling into a volcano.
Hey, she's got resistance to heat damage. It's fine.
Yeah.
Can I try and fly? Can I flap my arms really, really, really fast?
I'm gonna say Raymond doesn't do it because he hasn't responded.
He did say no.
Okay, no. Ibley, you are both falling slowly. Jess is falling faster than you because she is being pulled by the notes. You hit the lava. You take
Hey Bailey, how much
11
rope do you have?
bludgeoning damage as you stand on the lava.
250 feet of rope.
Go read your regalia.
Yeah, you get to walk on molten rock.
Ibley, on the other hand,
He's literally trying to swim through the air downward. Just
I don't.
read the second last feature on your regalia.
What regalia?
The red dragon scales.
You can walk.
Sent them.
You can stand on and walk across molten rock unharmed, as if it was solid ground.
I gave it to all players. Red Claw's regalia. Yeah. Molten rock, i.e. lava, i.e. the top of a volcano. That's why you took fall damage.
Can I catch Ibley?
You'd have to let go of the pages.
Yes, that. Also, Ibley, how long a vine did you give Archibald?
How long?
Yes.
The vine automatically retracts straight out of the quiver as needed.
Do you retract it before you hit the lava?
Yes.
Okay, so do you prepare to catch him? You do see he is holding a vine.
I shout up at him. I'm good. Go back up.
Yep.
He stops suddenly. His shoulder pops out of its socket.
So you retract the vine.
Can I?
Can someone roll me a d20 for Archibald's strength saving throw?
Oh, I'm not at the computer, damn it.
17.
Ibley doesn't weigh that much.
Oh, it's minus 10 because it'll be funny.
You know what's funny?
Swang! Ibley stops about 5 feet from the top of the lava and promptly takes 22 fire damage from proximity to lava.
Oh, fuck.
Which you are currently resistant to because of your regalia making you immune to extreme temperatures.
Because Ibley's starting to smell like frog legs, he's going to scream the command word to retract the vine, sending him back up.
Mission impossible.
Because Ibley's less than 60 pounds, which can be pulled back up by the vine freely.
Question, is Ibley and all of his gear less than 60 pounds?
Nope.
Yes. Most of it's stored on the beetle.
And Jess is standing there in the middle of a volcano going, huh. Confused Travolta meme.
Can I,
Kildrak's just face palming.
What?
I wish to shout out to Archibald.
Swing. Ibley flies into the room and just clutters 5 feet, quotation marks,
Can you-
vertically.
Cast a spell magic from up there on these.
Not that far. The spell magic has a 30-foot range, I believe.
There's something like that.
It's not a long-range spell.
Just drop
There's
it in the
120
lava.
feet for dispel magic.
So he tries. He needs to roll because the spell magic does not work on high-level objects immediately. And he rolled a 4.
Also,
Nope.
what's he aiming at? Because he might miss and hit just as close.
No, dispel magic, you actually pick an item.
There is no mischance on the spell magic.
Damn it.
Doesn't seem to have worked. Also, I mean, if Archibald had failed that strength saving throw, at least Ibley would have found that the bonus worked.
The bonus.
The thing you just got from Archibald.
Reincarnates immediately.
Actually,
In a volcano.
Actually, quickly reading back over the tether vine, I got it slightly wrong. Ibley actually has to climb back up. It's 25-pound limit.
Can I reach? Okay. Fuck it.
Hang on
I
a
don't
minute.
really have much other choice. Like,
I bet standing in the middle of a volcano was not where you expected the session to go earlier today.
Hey, James.
Actually, as soon as I saw the item that I've got, I expected something along this line.
So how did that, vine fare in a volcano?
Not well.
And how is it not on fire?
It's a magic plant, so...
Yeah, not well. It begins drying out, and basically, as Ibley's climbing up, it is slowly burning and cindering away because it is still wet plant. But because he has a natural climb speed, he's able to outpace it burning. If he did not, he probably would have fallen into the lava because he would not be able to outpace
I
it.
shout up to Peter's character. Do I just drop the others in here? We know it's not destroying them, but what else do we do?
I wish there was a way to encase them in something
I could,
first.
Encasing them in lava.
I mean, I could have done that before they jumped out the door.
Yes.
Just wrap them up in your cloak.
What?
He said, "Wrap them up in your cloak."
No.
In other words, take off the cloak and immediately fall in the lava.
Not much more we can do.
Can you try to spell magic one more time, please?
Tung.
Just drop
Natural
the
one.
Fuck.
I just dropped
See, yeah.
into the.
They all dissolve below the lava, and then everyone hears boom as the entire basin turns into one giant magic circle and glows purple, with hundreds, if not thousands, of intricate runes and interlocking circles.
Oh, fuck.
Run,
And then-
Forrest, run!
And then begins to recede. And then you hear boom,
Can I
and they
run,
light up again.
Can I run out of this volcano? Like, can I just
Yes, you can, because you treat molten magma as ground.
I just dash and to the closest exit of the volcano.
Nope, 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 nope.
Can Ibly start
I like that
dashing
you
up the
think the
slope?
volcano has a door.
What was that, Bailey?
Can Ibly start climbing faster? Ibly not climbing fast enough.
You're already in.
Oh,
In
thank
the
you.
time they were discussing, you've climbed the like 90 feet.
I'd like to point out Ibly currently has the decanter of endless water just over his head, shaking it as violently as possible.
Oh yeah, I need a con save from you. Because you need to stay hydrated.
Sorry, did not realize.
Oh, thank God.
Ibly does not take a level of exhaustion from drying out.
Yeah, but I race to the closest edge and then basically jump.
That's going to take you a good 5 turns, because you're roughly in the middle of it.
I don't care.
And you're in a basin. You have to climb a rock face.
And like roughly every 10 seconds there's boom runes.
I can't. I've got.
I was going to say, since from the doorway, can I see what most of this circle?
Yep, you can see the whole damn thing.
Can I do like an Arcana check on it?
Certainly.
23!
You don't
You're
know
fucked.
shit. You're like, that's above my pay grade. I know what that one is, that's a resurrection spell. I know what that one is, that's a resurrection spell. I know what that one is, that's drain life. I know what that one is, that's inflict wounds. I know what that one is, that's false life. I don't know what the other 35 are.
As I'm running past, I yell, "Get them out of here! Go!"
Is Archibald looking out the door of this thing?
Archibald is like looking at it and going,
I yell, "Get them
Just sort of-
out of here! Go!"
He just sort of walks over and he just slaps the top of the glass globe. And everybody in there needs to make a dex save.
Oh man, I can do that on my phone surely.
Ibly is fast.
19, 25. 19 from Peter, 25.
Oh, hang on, that's another thing.
What?
Technically.
Yeah.
Yeah, you too, Mikey.
Yeah, I'm waiting for it to load. Here it is. Oh, why are you so slow? Yeah, fucking-
Well, I tried.
Ugh.
I think I've just fucked the whole entire world.
Is this a campaign-ending event, or are we about to have to fight a big
No,
battle?
it wasn't. Bailey wasn't the one who did it.
Yay!
Raymond
Kujiro?
and Eleanor, and yeah, I'm rolling Kujiro now. Kujiro is more than likely going to be fine.
Oh, Mikey.
Well,
I'm gonna
Don't
use.
forget your mount.
Yeah, I'm getting there.
Nah.
Everyone who rolled below a 15 is prone as you are flung into the walls, as the whole building just violently starts spinning, From the outside, you see it start corkscrewing through the air as it spins around and it stops 70 feet in front of you. Door swings open, and there's Archibald in the doorway. Move your ass!
I'm running as fast as I can.
You get up, he pulls you in, and then just slaps the globe again and spirals off back up into the air. The whole time it's boom, runes. And then every time they're there longer and longer.
I look and say, we've done something wrong, haven't we?
Something not good, at least.
Archibald looks at you. So you know how people say volcanoes are used for destroying items?
Yeah.
Something we all forgot to consider.
What?
Where do religions throw their sacrifices?
That's gonna bring back everything that's in there, isn't it?
I don't know. We just...
I was gonna say, I didn't think most religions these days threw people in volcanoes. I thought that was kind of thrown out with, civilization.
Oh, look,
Most
we're getting our
should.
72 virgins back.
Most should. The problem is... I don't know how many were thrown in here in history and if their life energy still lingers within the volcano, and we may have just given those whatever is on that paper an infinite battery source almost.
Look and say it was basically how to become a witch 101.
Oh, I'm aware what the papers were. I just don't know what the exact enchantments are, as I'm not particularly fluent.
My head just slowly turns to the bag.
At this point, you see two colossal magma hands reach out and grab the side of the volcano and begin to pull up.
I told you, nothing would go wrong.
Ibli raises his hand and says, Ibli people still do that.
So, it's not entirely unheard of.
As I'm ignoring one and I'm just staring at the bag.
We use dark bog depth though.
Anybody looking at the door sees a face begin to emerge from the lava.
I look at Peter's character staring at his bag and say, what is that thing in there now?
I'm not even going to pretend anymore. It's the hand of Vecna.
Yeah, I'm sure that you think that means a lot to everyone.
Yay.
It's the hand of the pretender god, an artifact level part of a being that attempted to ascend to godhood through force and lichdom. Sure.
Can I do a history on that one, considering my people?
Sure. For you, Jess, that's like the epitome of do not touch, do not go near, do not do anything. It's been destroyed hundreds of times.
Why do you think I said it stays in the bag and nobody touches it?
It apparently grants a great amount of power.
Oh, fuck yeah, but still, no.
It's just, Han has gone to the great axe, pulled the great axe out, stomped it on the ground, looked at him and said, really?
Would you have thrown it in the same volcano?
Most likely.
Did you even take it?
We didn't know.
Would you rather it laying on the ground outside the tower? I did not know what it was until we identified it outside the tower. But for now, that's not the issue, as I look up and see the giant fucking magma monster.
I mean, it's looked left/down, but yeah.
No, well, don't forget, I was looking down at my bag, so I'm kind of looking up to the doorway.
Fair.
Much to that point, why are we still here?
I mean, I can move us in a second, but I just got us out of the immediate vicinity, and that is looking like a problem.
Yeah, it's a problem we don't have to deal with. Let's go.
Serena looks... Sorry, go Bailey.
Ibli wishes to ask Lubash for the wand.
Which wand?
The wand. The wand that only 3 parties members know about.
Yeah, I'm looking now. You were shooting.
Dragon.
Oh, the staff of teleportation circle.
Yeah. He just sort of holds it. Yeah. What?
Just a moment. I'll be just a moment. Got to deal with the cat.
Yep. Do.
Serena looks dead at Peter's character and says, "We will discuss this later."
Yeah, for now, it's somewhere nobody can touch it.
Boo. Da boo. Da boo. Do. Boo. Boo. Da boo. Da boo. Do. Boo. Eh.
And fuck you!
Jazz hands.
I used 23 words. I could technically use it.
Jazz hands.
I hate you.
Yes, back.
Lubash,
Easily
what you want
just-
one for?
World Seal. Now.
Damn it. Doesn't that take you to him, not him to you?
He tries to cast it. It doesn't work. Because technically you are not on the same plane of existence.
I look dead at Archibald, pull out my communication stone and say, "Do you have a way to recharge these so I can have one more use today?
Who do you need to contact?
Can you recharge this, yes or no?"
I can't recharge an item, but if you can tell me who you can contact, I can potentially message them through
No.
the... One moment.
Wisdom save throw?
No. He walks over, slaps the globe, and you land in the den.
In the what?
In the dragon lair.
How?
Ibley said World Seer.
Fuck!
Ibley actually gave a name.
The house lands in the dragon lair.
Hey, now where the fuck are we?
And you hear from the side... What? Oh, Archibald. It's been a long time since you've been here.
I look at... Who the fuck is that? Wait, is he in dragon form?
He's in human form currently.
Serena in dragon language,
Draconic, yeah.
in draconic, basically tells him exactly everything that has happened and says, "Help."
He just claps his hands, and a dozen pieces of weapons and armor fly out of the trove and land on him. Let's go.
Now.
He walks in. He doesn't ask. He just walks in, slams the door. Move.
What is it? Who are you?
World Seal, good friend.
World say a friend.
I'm
Help.
beyond your pay grade.
I just look at everybody else and say, "This is World Seer, that's all you need to know."
Why are we going back?
Because we need to deal with it. This is World Seer, that's all you need to know.
Why?
It looks like an elemental. A colossal... Wait.
Can we not put this to
It's
a
the
vote?
size of Tarask.
Question, James.
Yeah.
Considering my class is literally attuned to the elemental planes, would I know what the fuck that is?
Yeah.
Is that a primordial elemental?
Yeah.
Fuck!
Hands up who wants to be thrown into an active volcano.
That's not the worst that could happen.
That seems pretty bad, if that's not the worst.
I look dead at what's your name?
Would you rather be thrown into a volcano, or would you rather have no world?
I look at my character and say, "This is World Seer, that's all you need to know. We will be okay. Let's go. You can stay in the house, you don't have to help."
Considering what the fuck that thing is, I'm fighting it. I may die, but I'm fighting it.
All I've got is a pointed stick.
That now does cold damage.
It's a 10-foot pointed stick. That's a volcano.
Archibald just looks. I can drop you in town if you want to stop. But I don't know about you, but everyone else seems to be going back.
I mean, I'd like to help, but I can't.
I mean,
Unless you plan on flying this house next to its face.
I can do something similar. I can make you fly.
Oh,
That
Ibly
does not
takes a
fill me with confidence.
Ibly takes a bite of a druid leaf.
Yep.
Bitch, you man up! You can do this shit with nice me. That thing's fine. Let's do this shit.
Oh, that's right. That's what that does.
I also saying draconic to Walter. I am so sorry. I didn't realize how bad this would be.
I mean, I didn't realize that throwing it into a volcano would summon a whatever the fuck requires Archibald to come back here.
It's a primordial ancient elemental at a minimum, if not one of the princes of chaos.
He turns to Archibald. You used the Kaya volcano, didn't you? Yeah, why? Yeah, I know what this is. Oh.
I look and say, I asked him to recharge this, pulling out my stone. That one said World Seer, and then we're here.
I know Archibald.
Okay.
How do you think he knew where to find me?
Okay, we're good. Let's go.
I mean, when was the last time you visited? 700 years ago? Close to 800?
Hey, World Boy, is my pointed stick gonna help?
It's World Seer.
Let me have a look. He picks it up, turns it over. This is actually almost exactly perfect to fight what we're going up against. So being made of pure fire, it'll actually take almost double damage from that. They have a weakness to cold. They thrive in the heat. If you had a fire weapon, it would be useless, but that will actually be quite useful.
But I've only got little arms.
Yeah, that's less of a problem.
I look and say, Smite will help, right?
Smite always helps.
Oh, let's go.
Now's when I wish I had that chance to learn those spells off of you before.
On that, Archibald spins the globe and the house dissolves. I can hold this in a pocket dimension for 3 weeks. We have enough time to prepare.
Oh, fuck, it's coming.
On that, we're going to call the session then.
The only thing
You have 3 weeks of preparation and downtime before you're flying back to fight that thing.
We're gonna fucking die.
Well, you kind of triggered something earlier than I thought you would.
The only thing that Serena asked during that 3 weeks how Archibald and World Seer know each other.
Yeah, we'll get to that. We'll get to that.
Oh, and World Seer help her with it.
Jess, your character would already know.
Actually,
You
yes,
would
I
know, yes.
Oh, so I probably would have just told him.
It's probably buried deep, so you probably wouldn't have connected one-on-one.
No, I'm going to say you don't, because World Seer knew Archibald by a previous name.
Okay.
Okay, but when I know he's previous
now that you've put 2 and 2 together, you understand what's happened. We're ending the session. Archibald has put the house in a pocket dimension for 3 weeks in a basically hold time. You have 3 weeks of downtime to prepare for that fight. You are going back. And Mikey, you think you're screwed? All of Kujuro's moves are fire.
Yeah.
I'm going to end the recording.